Well, hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Fraser, and welcome to another view of my backyard. This is about half a kilometer from my house as well. I know, I live in paradise. Welcome back to the Summer of Love. Chapter 2, really. I hope you dug the first 4 videos. If you haven't seen them, go back and watch them. Zooming around in my car in this beautiful part of Vancouver Island. Summer of Love is dedicated to you, your questions, your relationship issues, the good, the bad, and yes, the ugly. I've been inviting you to send in your questions, and we're going to do that all summer long. And I believe it was W.C. Fields said, never act with children or animals because they're super distracting. But I wanted you to see my dogs. We brought them so they could enjoy, so I'm going to let them kind of wander and come to and fro. But you had to meet the kids, I'm just saying. Backstage with Cheryl and her beautiful doggies. All right, you guys can stay, you can go, you can do whatever you want. What is the Summer of Love? Relationships are hard work. And sometimes in summer, you go camping, you go on vacation, staycation for those of us this year in 2020, and you find you reconnect a little bit with your sweetheart. Maybe you make love and you haven't been in daily life. Maybe you just relax, you go kayaking or something, and you really remember you like this person. But pretty soon it's gonna be September, and pretty soon we're gonna start getting back into our routines. So I want to use the Summer of Love to answer your questions. Here's the sorts of questions you've been sending in. Look below for information on how to send your specific questions about your specific relationship, because I'm going to help you all summer long. So I'm just going to read a few general questions, and the next 3 love bites, I'm going to take questions and answer them. Here's one. Frida says, I'm 62 years old. How do I increase my libido? Gotta love that. Then I've got so many questions. This is just a selection. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you for reaching out. Linda says, what are some signs of addiction to sex? I don't know if my husband is maybe addicted to sexuality. I'll talk about that more in a live class, but what do we got here? Here's a beautiful one. I'm in a relationship of 26 years long. That's pretty good for the most part, but my husband and I, our need for intimacy are completely different. Are you doing any workshops? Do you do coaching? Well, more on that coming up this fall. Ways to work with me more deeply coming. So I've had questions about, people who have, as someone said, microaggressions, these nasty little digs you make towards your spouse. One of the biggest predictors of divorce and breakup is these contemptuous little nasty comments. Like you come home and maybe your partner's starting to cook dinner and you say something like, well, amazing, he can cook. Like it's nasty microaggressions. Boom, boom, boom. Relationship's a hard gig, man, and that's why we're here in the Summer of Love, me helping you as best I can with your relationship. So, when I was inundated with your questions, keep them coming. Nothing's off topic. I realized there was no way. We'd have to film like 50, 500, 5,000 videos to answer all your questions. I'm going to pick one a week for the next 3 weeks. And what I'm going to do to up the game and help you as much as I possibly can for the rest of the summer, I'm going to show up weekly on Facebook, and I'm going to do live Q&A sessions. So I'm going to answer more of the overflow questions in those Facebook Lives. And you, of course, can come on live and be asking me your question right there and then. Get some free expert coaching on whatever's going on in and out of your bedroom. Your arguing styles, your differences on how you want to raise the kids, specific sexuality questions. We'll try to get Facebook not to shut us down. And we will be able to engage live because I want to help you, get to know you, and support you as much as I can, which is why we're doing this Summer of Love Q&As. So, what should you do next? Look below for information about the first Facebook Live in the Summer of Love. That's a live Q&A with me. You can always go watch the recording if you can't do it, or maybe, just hide it from your boss. Oops, I didn't say that. And next week, we're going to have the first of your questions answered in this second chapter of the Summer of Love Bites. Thanks so much for joining me. If you know someone else who'd be interested or who has a relationship question, send this over to them. They can get on the Love Bite list, and they can also send me their love, sex, relationship, arguing, tantra, or what do I do, as one of you asked, when my husband has super bad breath and I don't want to kiss him? No question is too big or too small. See you next week.